like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. So this is the third in a 48-part series. That's always scary when it's 48 parts. The third in a 48-part series. I'm going to try and make these shorter videos. These are 48 ways to acquire greatness. 48 ways to acquire greatness, and they all kind of work. None of them are a big deal. They're easy. They're really relatively easy to do, and they will qualitatively change it and improve your life. This is from a piece of wisdom that's over 2,000 years old. It's from something called the Mishnah. Essentially, it was a codification of Jewish law when lots of Jewish rabbis, well, I think rabbis, I don't really say Jewish rabbis, rabbis were being killed by the Romans. So they codified the Jewish law, which they weren't supposed to. They weren't supposed to write it down. One of the tractates in there is called Pirkei Avot, the Ethics of Our Fathers, where the rabbis of the age had like one or two sentences to give their all-time heavy hitters, their best work to future generations. And one of those ones is this: the 48 ways to wisdom, 48 ways to acquire wisdom. This was developed by my Rabbi Noah Weinberg, of blessed memory, of Asia Torah. And we're on to way number 3. Before we get there, can you hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button? All those things are freaking awesome. Thank you very much. I'm getting very close to 4,900 subscribers. So if you could consider hitting the subscribe button, that would really, 2,900, that would be really, really, really nice. If you want to be super, super, super nice, go check out my Indiegogo. I write and draw comic books. I write and draw pretty darn great comic books, if I say so myself. So yeah, the link is in the video notes. There's a whole bunch of extras. You get when you buy my comics. So there you go. But let's talk about the 48 ways to wisdom. 48 ways to wisdom. Way number 3. Say it out loud. Articulate your beliefs and find out if you really believe what you say. This is fascinating. This is absolutely fascinating. I don't understand how this works. But by verbalizing your inner monologue, your inner thoughts, you concretize them? I think it's the word. You concretize them, and you get to analyze them. And oftentimes you don't believe them, right? Oftentimes you don't really believe what you're saying, and it also helps you understand, like, nail down what it is that you really do believe and what you're really saying. Let's read through this together. So yeah, first they talk about, it comes from, the link to this will be in the video notes. We come from a society where learning is considered a quiet thing. You go to a library, it's shh, no one's allowed to talk. So in the Jewish tradition, that's not the best way to learn. That's not the best way to study. We use something called chavruta, depending how you pronounce it. Where you basically have two people together and you're studying the same thing, and you both talk out how you're interpreting it, and you argue between one another. But the idea of having to verbalize your understanding of something and to then argue it, right, makes you get much better. What's the word? Grasp on what. One of the reasons I'm doing these videos is so I can relearn this. It's something I've learned many, many times over. But teaching something helps you understand it a gazillion times better. Saying things out, even if it's only to yourself. So this is way number 3. Arrange it on your lips. It's called Arich Chef Time. They should have wrote it they transliterated it in English. They wrote it in Hebrew. I might be able to read it. So walking down the street, talking to yourself. I do that a lot. Yeah, I don't think it's a necessarily bad thing. So the first thing is a piece of advice is articulate your life principles. Ask yourself what it is I'm living for. And even if you think you know the answer, just say it out to yourself. And the act of saying it and hearing it is creates a reality. In fact, the reason that again, in the Jewish tradition, we hold that speech is really holy, is a really, really deeply holy thing, because speech is a thing that created the world. That when God created the universe, He used it in speech. In fact, you probably heard the expression abracadabra, right? Abracadabra. That comes from a Jewish words, which I think is probably was like real genuine magicians, not like voodoo ones, but like actually people who actually could do, break reality, stretch reality. Now you can't do this anymore. The power of magic went out the world. I think when was it? About 2,000 years ago, right? About 2,000 years ago. But up until then, people could do spells. So they would say, but the way the Jewish magicians would do it, they will say, was it Adibor Kadibor, right? I will create Adibor Kadibor like my speech, right? So abracadabra comes from that. And the act of speech moves from potential to actual. So a lot of times, you will have blocks in life that you can just power through by talking it out. So this one blows my mind, right? Absolutely blows my mind. I had a real trouble networking to find work. I was still am really was a freelance graphic designer and web designer, and I was had real reticence in marketing myself. Which thankfully I got over. But the way I got over it was and this was talked to me by a rabbi called Rabbi Ariel Niven, and you do say you ask yourself. So I said, Svi, I just want to talk to the part of yourself that doesn't want to ask people for work. Ask people if they know if there's any work going. Why don't you want to? And if you talk to that one part of yourself, you'll get the truthful answer, right? And then you'll see what that part yourself. So I said, it's embarrassing. It feels like what? And then you ask, why is it embarrassing? Why is it embarrassing? Well, I should be able to find work for myself. I shouldn't need anybody help. And then when you stop and you look at that, right? You look at that idea and you go, well, that's moronic. Everybody networks. That's how you find work. And you get these corrupted thoughts that are lodged in your brain, that just disadvantage you, right? And you're able to power through it through having that dialogue. Give it a try. If there's anything that you don't want to do, I don't want to go and visit Granny, right? I don't want to go and visit. So, the part of yourself that doesn't want to go and visit, why don't you want to visit Granny? And then and it will reply to you. Come up with the answer straight away. It will absolutely reply to you. Pep talk's a good one. So okay. this is there's something you can do if you feel down, you feel despondent. It works, I would say 9 times out of 10, maybe 9.5 times out of 10. And there's only 2 problems with this thing, right? There's only 2 problems. Is that one, that it works, and 2, you feel really stupid, right? You feel really stupid, but it works. So let's say you're down. This is what I learned from this guy called Rabbi Zelig Pliskin. He used to sit next to me in my rabbinical ceremony. He's got a ton of books about self-help, self-growth. And he's just a really positive, upbeat guy. And we always used to call him Snake because his last name was Pliskin, right? But anyway, so if you do this, you go, I feel good, I feel great, I feel good, and you click your fingers. Then we go, I feel good, I feel great, I feel good, I feel great, I feel good. Just say it over and over again. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But that way of verbalizing, the fact you're verbalizing, it gets inside you. It makes you be that person. This is talking about talking out problems, review events out loud. And again, before you're going to make any argument to anybody, if you're going to try and convince anybody of anything, say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say it out loud is it moves things from conception to reality, and it also shines a light on anywhere that you're weak. Your understanding of it is weak by just saying it out loud. Turn goals into slogans if that's something you're into. Not really for me. That's not really for me. Why is saying out loud a way of wisdom? Let's see what they have. Saying out loud helps you clarify fuzzy ideas. Absolutely. Articulation is objectivity. Actually, yeah, I think it is. The more senses you involve, the more of an impression it leaves on you. That's very true. If you're learning something, saying it out to somebody or saying it out to yourself, teaching something makes it get inside you. What you speak in expression or is an expression of who you are. I agree with that. Everyone needs a sounding board, a feedback system. Do it yourself. I do it a bit too much myself. But that should be your first line of attack when you're evaluating. Talk to yourself. It's really important. And I know it sounds crazy, but it really works. Never say I can't, because then you won't, even if you could. Yeah, it works in the opposite. Whenever you have defeated talk, you will be defeated 100% of the time. And listen. Probably all you here know this. Language is a bridge where your body meets your soul. I agree with that. It was a bit esoteric here, isn't it? Talking aloud keeps you from falling asleep and daydreaming. Okay, fine. Words are reality. To say is to be. I don't. So it's not just I think therefore I am. It's I articulate therefore I am. Is what I think it's saying. So there you go. That's way number 3 in the 48 Ways to Wisdom. Join me tomorrow. We'll have a whole new one, a whole new way. And if you missed the early ones, go check back. They're all on my channel. My name is Sheila Becken, you Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.